Alrighty. What a finish I just saw. Started watching the Xfinity race with like 14 laps to go. Or like 20, or no, not 14, it was like 20 laps to go. So I don't know what happened for a majority of the race. I know Sammy Smith was dominating. I saw lots of cautions. Ryan Ellison, I believe it was JJ Ailey, had the goofiest crash ever. I have no idea what the heck was going on there. But, yeah, basically. Holy finish. I know this is a poster's thing, but I only really saw the last 20-ish laps. Which I still think I watched later of the race because of that red flag, but, anyway. Yeah, so I guess we'll start with 20 to go. We'll review what I saw. They were mainly focusing on the battle between Allgaier, Custer, and Hill on the points because it looked like John Nemechek was about to run away with it. And then, to start the madness, you have an Anthony Alfredo spin, which he will be coming up later in this. Anthony Alfredo spins with 14 to go, single car spin. Caution was needed. He got going pretty quick, so I'm sure people will say, they didn't need to go for that. They're just trying to bring up caution. I know someone somewhere will say that, but it was a needed yellow. Then, what else do we have? Then they're under caution. Then, not even the biggest wreck of the day happened. The massive pile up on the backstretch. Sam Mayer already had a destroyed car. Apparently just ran into somebody under yellow. He said himself he had to run under caution. So that's just an Acre moment right there. Acre moment, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah. Ultimately, later next week I'll be below freezing. Anyway, so what do we have here? After the pile, they have a 28-minute red flag. So, long red flag. They finally get back going, and this is where chaos happens. It becomes an RCR Civil War, which has been slowly boiling up all the time Sheldon Creed's been over there. I don't know, just judging off of how it looks, I really think that RCR is really, like, a big fan of Austin Hill and not the biggest fan of Sheldon Creed. Like, even before they had all their run-ins, I feel like it looked like, I don't know, to me it just seems like Creed is kind of just the second, it seems like he's like the second driver, and Austin Hill is the number one priority over there. Especially after the run-ins they've had. But, I mean, yeah, it just seems like RCR just doesn't really like Creed that much anymore. But, anyway. They have their run-in, so first of all, they had the first restart with the 14 to go. Sammy Smith absolutely blows his championship hopes away by clipping the curb. I feel like if he just stayed patient, he would have been fine. I really don't know what the point was there. I think, let's see here, what else do we got? I feel like if he just doesn't hit the curb and he stays patient, he wins the race. That's just me. I mean, obviously you never know what's going to happen at Martinsville, but that's just what I think would have happened. And then, moving on, we have the overtime restart. So to start, I have no idea where John Hunter Nemechek was going. I thought for a split second. Exactly. I thought for a second that we were about to see a 2012 copy-paste deja vu moment with John Hunter Nemechek there. He got a massive run on the restart. I don't know where he was going either. And he just kind of sailed himself in on the bottom line, and then he realized, oh, wait, I'm not going to make the corner. So he backs out, and then in anticipation for that, I think, Austin Hill kind of swerves over. And then he kind of started running his normal line again, and then he ran up into Sheldon Creed, which, knowing the position Sheldon Creed is in, Austin Hill would have made it on points, even if he finishes second. I feel like if you finish at Fire Drive, we're running an acre race at 8 o'clock, okay? We don't have time for a game. But I feel like if Austin Hill just kind of let Creed by. I mean, obviously they're race car drivers; they aren't going to do that unless it's Formula One. But I feel like if Austin Hill just kind of lets the two go by, they both make it in. Like, just thinking from a team standpoint, if I'm Richard Childress, I'm probably saying, hey, just kind of stay beside him. Don't really, like, clear him. And then if he gave you the bumper, just stay outside. You both get in, as long as he wins. And you can, you live to see another day in the playoffs. You get a good result. It's just, if I'm Childress, that's what I'm hoping for. But obviously, that's not going to happen. Creed gives him a bumper into turn 3 and 4, which with the position he's in, that's understandable. Even if he isn't a teammate, even if he's, let's say, I don't know, let's say Josh Berry's up there. Well, maybe not Josh Berry. Race is pretty clean. We got eliminated. Say Daniel Hemrick, we'll say. I feel like he would have, gotten a bumper either way. So that was going to happen no matter what. And then, and then he clears him on the outside because Sheldon Creed barely gave him a bumper. Allgaier is just sitting there waiting on there. I don't know where Allgaier was going on the exit of turn 4, turn 4, when Allgaier just drove himself into the wall. I don't know what he was doing. And then going into 1 and 2, Sheldon Creed gives another tap to Austin Hill, which, again, that's what you got to do. And then they're side by side, and then Austin Hill kind of throws the race away when he runs into Creed. Like, Creed was right; he gave him a fighting chance. He had a chance, and then Austin Hill just kind of door slammed them, and then Creed finally cleared him because Austin Hill messed up his corner by that. Creed had to slow down a bunch. Yes, we have Aker at 8 o'clock. Anyway, then after Creed clears him, he slides up in front of Austin Hill, and Austin Hill gave him one last tap coming off of 4, and that's what sealed the deal. That busted the radiator on he got one last little. Austin Hill gave Sheldon Creed one last little tap because the two got. I don't know if he got a tap from Allgaier or if it was just the line that he got forced into from the contact. But he slid up, and that stacked up Austin Hill, who ended up busting the radiator from that. And then he just kind of hammers it into Creed after he got the damage, floored it, trying to get back to him. And just around they go. And behind him is John Hunter Nemechek. Just, I don't know what Nemechek was doing. He just was like, race is over, might as well crash the field. But, and then a massive crash happens in the back. Everybody wants to post, we're going to go over there if you're watching this on stream. I plan on turning this into a Spotify podcast. But yeah, everybody wants roast stock, so we'll go to roast stock. I want a pumpkin on here. Anyway. So, massive accident happens in the back. Like, about 2011, I think. And then the one truck series crash, I forgot who was a part of it. I think Brandon Jones was one of them. When that third from that hit, that was a pretty hard hit, but those are the only two hits I can really compare to some of those hits. John Hunter slammed for all. People T hard. You had Jeff Burton with the hardest hit in Martinsville history. Like, I know Fire said it. Like, I don't know how you hit that hard at going 80 to 100 miles an hour. That is quite something. But that was a wild series of events there for sure. But that's not even talking car length. Like, that was just, as a Sheldon Creed fan, that stings. To lose the Allgaier again like that, but that's just how it goes. The final 4 is Cole Custer, Justin Allgaier, Sam Mayer, and John Hunter Nemechek. And I just want to point this out. We have Giga Chad Josh Williams out there. I think less than 5 minutes after he hopped out of the car. I didn't have a stopwatch timing it. But I estimate that less than 5 minutes after he's out of the car, he's already got cold beverage, I'm going to assume some sort of alcoholic beverage, in his hand, walking over to Justin Allgaier with another one, and he's like, cheers, buddy, that was awesome. Like, Josh Williams is just actually, like, he's the GOAT out here. Still gotta fill in like 20 minutes-ish. Yeah, we'll make it a 15-minute show, I guess. But, yeah, that was a wild finish. Hopefully everybody's okay. In that wreck. Austin Hill, obviously, having some tempers post-race. Sam Smith was not happy with his teammate, which, I mean, I don't really know. I get why he's mad, because he kind of just lied to everyone, but that's sports for you. And then, Austin Hill just casually giving away Sheldon Creed's next career move, in his post-race because he's mad. He walked over to, Creed's pit box, clapped at him, and he started clapping. Yeah, great job. It was sarcastic, obviously. And then in his post-race interview after he come out of the Infinity Center, he gives away Sheldon Creed's next move since he's gonna have a contract with RCR again. So, yeah, that's just normal Martinsville stuff, I suppose. Sammy Smith is laughing at the fact that the RCR team just self-imploded. Cole Custer wrecks. I don't even think he ended up crossing the line. Still makes a Final Four because Allgaier points his way in and just barely. Austin Hill doesn't make it out because he was also in the wreck. And, yeah. So I guess that's going to end the post-race show here since I didn't see much. I guess I'll just stream now. Can't see my screen? Well, that's your problem. Everything is fine on this end. Yo, I got the pumpkin. Yeah, we're good. This isn't supposed to be really much of a stream. Let's get an actual racing stream anyway, so I'm not too concerned about that. I got the pumpkin. I'll just reset, see how many pumpkins I have and end it. It's that it's time for the Jaeger drivers here. Yes, I know pumpkins can be obtained during the race. How many do I have? 9? Alright, so that's gonna do it for the stream, guys. If you want to see more, leave a like and subscribe. Do all that stuff. See you in the next one. Goodbye.